Hey everyone, I finished watching the next Ninja Storm episode, A Samurai's Journey Part 3, and it has very little to do with the previous two episodes, aside from this being Cam's first adventure as a ranger. Yeah, I'm still gonna be really confused about all the multi-parters in Ninja Storm that don't feel like multi-parters. They're just, like, some serialized elements that string together and they just name them all the same thing. Mm. Does that does that bother anyone else? Is that only me? I don't know. I've met like Power Ranger fans who do have like the oddest little like nitpicky things that bother them. So, I don't know. Is this just my little weird nitpicky thing? So whatever. Oh, and funny story. When I watched part two, I decided, oh, you know what? I'm gonna put in my old Disney DVD of A Samurai's Journey and watch that version. And I kind of forgot that on the Disney DVDs, they would cut the opening credits off of like every episode except the first one, and the end credits don't play until all the episodes are over with. And in between, the titles don't show up. So when I was watching Samurai's Journey Part 2, it just kind of melts right into Part 3. And I was watching part of Part 3, and I was like, well, this episode's going on for a long time. And then I was like, oh, now I remember. Yeah. So I saw some of part 3 when I did part 2, and now I've watched, like, the whole thing, like, from start to finish on the Shout Factory DVD with the opening and the opening title and all that good stuff. So anyway, it starts off, the Rangers are running from Lothor, who shows up flying. Lothor can fly, and he's shooting fireballs at him. It's a pretty cool scene, and I kind of wonder, why doesn't this happen more often? This looks cool. Anyway, they're running because they don't have their powers back yet. Sensei teleports them to Ninja Ops, and there they unlock the power from the sphere thing. Which I guess didn't, like, just break when Madtropolis was blown up. That's always a weird thing when... Because it's been so established that, like, the villains cause something through magic or whatever, but destroying them usually reverses any of that effect. But not this time. This time, like, I don't know, maybe the sphere wasn't actually his. Or connected to his powers or something, whatever. Anyway, the way they unlock it is by using all 6 of their ranger powers, because I don't remember why. It was something important about 6 rangers being there. So anyway, Cam tells the rangers about his adventure, and then they see on the monitors Lothor's 5 monsters attacking. Yeah, the 5 monsters that did frickin' nothing when Earth was frozen. Why would... I... Ugh. I hate that. I really don't care for that plot thread or subplot, whatever, in Samurai's Journey Part 2 with Lothor and the monsters, like, Earth is frozen, so get me 5 monsters to destroy the Earth while it's frozen and nobody can stop them. But then they hold a talent show for the monsters. Like, what's it matter, like, what they can do? Just send as many as down as you can. It doesn't matter what they can do. If they can do anything, that's a victory. I'm kind of wondering why they didn't drop the plan now that the Earth isn't frozen anymore. Whatever, moving on. The Rangers go to fight, but Cam stays behind to watch for any more that might show up. So yeah, Cam just became a Ranger. This is his first, like, day being a Ranger. The first episode with him pre-established as being a Ranger, and he's stuck at Ninja Ops watching the monitors, and he's totally fine with it. It's just another thing that makes it really weird. Why is this part of the 3-parter? So whatever. Eventually, Lothor sends another monster, so Cam goes to fight it, and almost immediately he gets stung and captured by the monster. Lame. Cam. Why was this what they chose to be his first episode? It's so bizarre. So anyway, the others destroy their monsters, but then they instantly revive. So the Rangers retreat to Ninja Ops. And then Lothor wants to make all the monsters grow, but he can only make one grow at a time due to not paying for an upgrade for his personal alien manager device. It's kind of funny. I kind of like that kind of humor in Ninja Storm where it's like, yeah, it's sci-fi fantasy technology, but also with taxes. Anyway, let's see. He chooses to enlarge one monster. The Rangers go to fight the one monster, but Cam stays behind. And, oh, my notes got really messed up here. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, Cam stays behind because the monster sting from earlier is causing him to break out in sores, and he's growing weird hair on his hands. Yeah. So then the Rangers destroy the first monster, so Lothor makes another one grow. Blake and Hunter take out the ground level monsters that aren't grown yet. And then Cam gets an idea on how to reverse his poisoning or whatever is going on with the monster. You know, it's kind of like the Beryllian sting from back in space, except Cam seems to be like in total control of himself. He's not turning into an uncontrollable monster. So whatever, he goes back to the monster, and he powers up into a new mode. His helmet like swings around, he drops the gold armor, and it's pretty cool. Why is it being introduced here in his first episode? It's so bizarre. Like I keep thinking back to all the past seasons, and I know the defense is, well, Ninja Storm isn't those past seasons. It's its own season. It does its own things. But I feel like sometimes, and in a situation like this, the old seasons, like, it took a while before Rangers would discover power-ups. And it was done that way because it works. Here, it just feels really weird that he just automatically knows immediately how to power... whatever. So anyway, there's other dumb stuff here. Like, way dumber stuff. This is fine. Him powering up into a new mode, it's fine. I just don't think they needed to introduce it this early, and for not really any reason. So anyway, the way he reverses the monster's sting is he grabs the monster's stinger and then jams it into himself? I have no idea how this is supposed to work. Like, the... I'm at a loss. I don't know what to say. It's really weird. It's dumb. It's really stupid. I don't know why they introduced this plot point and then did away with it in a way that made, like, no sense. It's like if you got bit by a snake or stung by something, how do you get rid of the poison? We'll have them do it again. Like, I don't know what he's even doing. He can somehow will his body to reject the poison back into the monster? So what's stopping him from just willing his body to reject it onto the floor? Or maybe like outside Ninja Ops where, I don't know, it's on the ground, he doesn't have to clean it. Well, that sounds disgusting. So anyway, the Rangers defeat the monster. Lothor makes Cam's monster grow next. Cam and the others combine their Zords together to defeat him. Blake and Hunter destroy their own monsters. Then at Ninja Ops, Cam comes in to tell them that he's linked his samurai saber to Ninja Ops' mainframe, meaning that he can continue technical duties even when in battle, and the Rangers all present him with his own Ninja Academy uniform with green lining. Fun episode. Really dumb stuff in it. A lot of stuff that just makes me like... whatever. So anyway, the main plot of this with Cam being stung and the Rangers all having to split up is fine, but I don't think this was the right spot for it. It should have been a later episode. This episode should have been focused on Cam learning about his new powers, or getting control of his new powers, or more of him in the past. Yeah, I'm still bitter about that. And like I said, the power-up mode is weird to be introduced this early. Like, we haven't even had a full episode with him with his powers, and he's already using a power-up. It's like the current seasons. They do the same thing. They'll pull a weird new power-up out of their butt in, like, the first episode or second episode. And let's see, Lothor and his nieces get some funny moments, and I do like this one funny bit where Mara and Capri, they see Lothor, like, doing something. They think he's crying. They go over because they think he's upset. He turns around and he's shaking up this canteen of something. What's that? It's a protein shake. My doctor says I need to lose a few pounds. I love that Lothor's making a protein shake and that he has a doctor, apparently. I want to know who his doctor is. Is it an alien? Does he go down to Earth? Does he, like, disguise himself as a human? Does he just go into the hospital with his full evil ninja gear on, and he's like, I need to see the doctor. And so then they, like, does he have to wear an apron or anything? Hospital gown, whatever they call it. I'm picturing him in a hospital gown with his mask on. That'd be hilarious. So anyway, the thing that's the stupidest thing in this episode is Cam's solution to reversing the sting is to stick the stinger back in him and somehow I don't even know. Can he, like, tell his veins, okay, reverse pumping to get the poison back in the thing? Uh, anyway, the Super Samurai mode looks cool. I love the spinning helmet. That was a really cool thing. I remember as a kid thinking the spinning helmet was such a cool idea. It's a very unique visual. No other ranger has something like that. And the way he drops his armor is really cool. And a parallel that I never really thought about before was dropping the armor, the helmet spinning around to, like, kind of just a visor instead of the whole ninja star taking up the whole helmet. It kind of makes him look a little bit more streamlined, and that has a parallel to the Ninja Storm Megazord, where it has lightning mode and it can kind of slim down. That was pretty neat. I never thought about that before, and I'm wondering if that was intentional. Like, if that was like a theme that they were going for. Oh, yeah, and one of the weird things, the monsters, when they instantly revive, that never gets any explanation. I don't know what that was about. It was just weird, but it goes by so quick, and it's, like, barely touched upon that I don't think most people even notice. I'd never noticed. I never thought about that before. But looking back and analyzing it very closely, it is really weird that the monsters, like, they kill the monsters, then poof, they're back again. Like, how do they do that? Why don't they do that later when they're defeated? I don't know. So yeah, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.